pretty obvious it's a pretty important game.
Yeah, it is. It's the number 2 against the number 1. So it's always, and for us it's great to be in that position. It's what we work for, and now it's up to us again to show that we can deliver a good game away from home against the current table leader.
Do you build it up to raise the stakes, John, or do you just treat it as another round for the team?
No, we prepare just the game as we always do. The only difference is that it's a short turnaround. So we've played Monday, now Friday, so the week is a bit different. More about recovery, getting the players ready for the game, and it's more about talking and then really being on the pitch. Of course, we're on the pitch, but the loading is not that high.
2 days extra they have, plus they don't have to travel. How much of an advantage is it for them or a disadvantage for you?
Well, I don't think, it's you can say after the game. It's always, we can also say we're happy to be playing again. We're in a good vibe of the last game, and the boys have recovered well, they pulled up well. We're heading with the same squad up to Sydney, so you can look at it both ways. I always enjoyed playing a lot. If we could play on a Sunday, Wednesday, European weeks. I don't think that's an excuse.
John, 1v2, as you say, a lot of people have talked this game up as the real test of City's title aspirations. A lot of people are saying
it's every week, Michael. Every week we have a test. Every week I hear the same story. We're getting tested and we're getting tested.
Well, yeah, but particularly now, you know, you're 40 goals. Everyone is saying you could be favourites for the title.
Yeah.
Does this game really feel like different to the others or not?
Well, it's in a way different because it's 1 against 2. We haven't played a 1 against 2 game in the history of the club, so that's different. But in all the other aspects, it's a game that it's 3 points. It's still 11 games to go in the league. Winning, losing, a draw. It doesn't mean that after this game things are going to be changing. We have to still improve a lot, work hard, and we're doing good things on and off the pitch. But as you know, it's also a momentum, and we have to be very aware of that. Keep on working hard, being humble, and knowing that Western Sydney is not for it's for a reason that they're on top of the table. They're a good team. They've played us. We played against them 2 times. The first game we got played off the park. The second. It was a really good contest, I think, with 2 teams that were equally. We had our big moments and good moments. They had good big moments in the second half, and in the end, we got the win. But now we have to prove, and that's another thing, in a very how do you say the ambience? The ambience of the ground where you're playing is always electric. It's always. The people are on top, so it's also that we have to be prepared for. So all those things makes it interesting for us to play this game.
Given that, what you said about the atmosphere, the crowd, the ambiance, it's quite a ferocious place to go.
Yeah.
You must feel that with the experience you've got, a very strong spine, Aaron Hughes, Sorensen, these sort of people, you're really well equipped to deal with that sort of thing now more than at any other time in the club's history.
Yeah, we got players in that are used to those situations, and so I think you should enjoy those places and go out there and try to that it lifts you in your performance, and well, that's something that we'll see tomorrow.
Jack Gillespie back?
Yeah.
In the 11 in the squad?
He's back in the squad.
Okay. And what are you thinking with the defence?
We'll see tomorrow.
You must be delighted with the way your team has shown flexibility, though. You've played a back 3, you've played a 4, you've had 4-3-3, 3-5-2,
Mhm.
4-4-2. This is something that you've been working towards all season, yeah?
No, not the whole season. We've just adjusted at a certain moment to the players that we had and the moment that occurred in the game against Sydney, and from there on we moved on with trying to improve that, and I think we're improving in that way of playing, and knowing that we can play the other way as well. So yeah, it's just, I think, looking at the players that we have available and suspended or not suspended, injured, we will come up with a way of playing.
John, do you go there and just play as if you're playing at home and go for it, or do you take a bit more of a conservative approach, perhaps play another, holder alongside Parvaloo?
No, we played already with a holder alongside Parvaloo in the last game as well. So that's not something that we're going to change. We're playing with a holder.
Say a more defensive-minded player.
No, I don't think that's the case. We are having a formation that can play a way of football that whoever's playing next to Eric, could be a different player, but it doesn't really change what we want. We want that player has to be disciplined, and I think Anthony, in this case, who played the last game, played very disciplined in his role, and that's what the formation asks in that role. If you play with two, those two have to be disciplined and controlled, and then you can have a type as Melling, and you can have a type as Caceres or Retra. That's only the different kind of quality in the player, but in the role, in the way of how we want to play, it has to be more or less the same.
And that's the thing, Caceres isn't really noted for his defensive work, but yeah, he did work hard.
Yeah, he did. So that's.
A point about Eric. I mean, 10 or 11 weeks ago, he looked like he was on the outer. You dropped him, left him out. Said quite publicly he wasn't giving you what you needed. Are you surprised, or I assume pleased, that he's been able to react the way he has and become a first teamer again?
I'm not surprised. I think that's a reaction that a player should have. That if the coach thinks that he can perform in a different way, or in a way that you think it's making the team stronger, then a player should work on that. And Eric clearly is working on that, as other players are, and he's been playing regular. So I think it's part of getting a strong group together, and there's competition, and it's about performance of the team and performance of the individual, to make sure that you can play a lot of games.